I think this is probably one of the harder videos I've ever done. What is this? I think this is like take 10. You know, when I normally do my videos, professional drivers, a 3-minute video or less, it literally only takes me about 8 minutes. That's to record, and that's to proof listen 2 or 3 times, make my little cuts and edits, splice it all together, throw it through KindMaster, and then get it out there to y'all. See, this video is going to be on the good, bad, ugly of lease purchasing. I'm trying to figure out a way to get it straight to the point and keep it 5 minutes or less, but I don't think that I could keep it 5 minutes or less, and I'm definitely not going to get straight to the point, probably. I digress. So here we go. The good, bad, and ugly of the infamous lease purchase program. Nova Lines, please don't get mad at me. Y'all are freaking awesome, outstanding. I just want to say real quick, I think your typical driver obviously started off as a company driver, because there's no way that you can get into this industry as a lease purchase, at least with Nova Lines, with no experience. So you're going to have to start off from somewhere. And 100% chance that came from a company driver role. I think everybody, at least most of the people out there, when they hear lease purchase programs, they're thinking freedom. I could be my own boss. I could get out from underneath the thumb of the big man, make my own decisions, do what I want to do, how I do it, when I want to do it. No worries at all. I'm scot-free. And for the most part, that's absolutely correct. I think a lot of drivers, they also don't really know that this is a competitive pay market. You're only going to make great money if you put the time and effort into it to make that great money. And human beings, we're all different, so we all think that, you know, we're working the hardest and we're working the best. But really, there's always somebody out there that's going to work a little harder and a little better. And with that being said, all of my numbers reflect off of how hard I work. And here's the good about lease purchase programs. It's kind of your truck at the end of the day, because you're making the payments on it. At that point in time, you're 1099, so you are responsible for all your own taxes. If you live in awesome freight lane areas, most of the time you'll be home every weekend or every other weekend. And there's not very many people that are going to be able to really tell you what to do. The bad is you're responsible for the truck 24/7. Even when you are at the house in bed, or you're right back here in the bunk, got your eyes closed, you're still responsible for that rolling business. And I mean everything. You're responsible for each inch of rubber that touches the ground as the wheels go round and round. That includes the maintenance, the securement, the tickets, everything that encapsulates the truck and trailer. And the ugly, well, it's just like the bad, but it's worse. I call the ugly the swamp effect, because each week, depending on where you're lease purchasing, Nova Lines, we do our settlements week to week, but each week the bills keep rolling. So you know, Friday, Saturday, there's that big payment glooming over your head at the end of the week. And that swamp effect is if you were like, well, I'm going to go home, and something happened while you're at the house and you weren't able to make it out that next week, and that payment eclipses. Well, it's not like that payment just disappears, y'all. You know, that payment gets rolled on. So now you roll into some kind of small debt that you have to pay back. And then throw in mechanical repairs on top of that, because this industry, anything can happen. A blowout, a belt, a hose, wiring. I mean, anything can happen. And, you know, running a 18-wheeler down the road is in line with owning airplanes and boats. It's an expensive industry. And most of the time, you know, we're talking anywhere between $500 to $1,500 bills hit you all at once. Well, that's got to be paid back too. So that's the swamp effect, is a lot of people will get buried in this and can't keep their nose poked up out of that water to keep breathing. They end up drowning. So I entered the lease purchase with a used truck. But the reason I'm so successful, and I am, successful at doing what I do is because I entered this industry with money in the bank. You know, I didn't come into this with zero capital. I had some skin in the game already, and I'm able to make this situation work because now I really want this truck. I had enough money in the bank to buy my own truck and trailer. I just didn't have enough experience on this side to just hop off and drop, you know, anywhere between 100 and 200,000 in the game, because, you know, you get you a fairly newer truck with either a 50/50 trailer, still aluminum, or just even going all aluminum. Oh God, it gets expensive quick. So I wanted to partner up with a company that advertised themselves to take more of the risk, and that's why I went to Nova. You know, these guys, they didn't require a credit check, a down payment. They had a walk-away contract, free and clear. You don't like it, just bring the truck back. We'll buy you the plane ticket or rent you the car to get back home. It's not free. You're having to pay that, guys. But they're willing to get you back home and not leave you stranded. A lot of professional drivers, they see my videos, and I would say probably 90% of my videos are successful, at least in my eyes, but that's to the eye of the beholder, right? Because we're humans and we all subjected to our own opinions. Which are like assholes. Everybody has one. I get a lot of success stories. I get a lot of failures. I get a lot of people patting me on the back for their success. And I get a lot of people that directly blame me for ruining their lives. And I'm sorry to each and every single one of y'all. But at the end of the day, I didn't twist your arm. And every one of these videos released on my platform, well, that's my personal testimony to a small section inside my life that I'm allowing you to view and see. That's why it's my opinion. But to get into this industry, you need to know that it's a competitive pay industry. You're going to be fighting, scratching, and kicking with the best to make money. And we are going through some rough times. This video could be a 3-part special, so easy, but I'm going to wrap it up. In order to be successful in a lease purchase program, you better have all your attributes in line. Dedication, devotion, a little bit of integrity splashed in there, with a whole lot of perseverance. It's not an easy market. And my personal advice to anybody thinking about getting into this that has just enough experience to get into it, you better make sure that you have covered all your bases in the trucking industry. And if you're coming into it with little money, stay away from a used truck, because you just flat out don't know what you're going to get. If you get into a new truck, you have higher chances of being able to use that warranty and that truck not doing anything to you for at least 200,000 or 300,000 miles before it's got to go in for some kind of maintenance. And stay focused and dedicated. You know, you don't want to come over if you're having problems at the house, guys and gals. You just don't want to do that. This is not the time or place to be trying to gain financial independence and freedom starting a business when, you know, you have problems at the house. You know, you need to fix those problems at the house before you come out here to this, because this isn't a business that you can just drop. And don't try to come over here in financial debt. You can't do this, y'all, in financial debt. Flat out, you can't, because this isn't a get-rich scheme. You know, you're not going to get rich off of this real quick. A lot of us drivers that come over here to do this, A, didn't have enough money to put down on truck or trailer. B, we had enough money to put down on truck or trailer, but too goddamn scared to do it. So we wanted to get our feet wet with something else. See, you do it because you know at the end of the day, after all the hard work is said and done, you own your own truck. So we're going to stop it right there. And if you have any questions, just hit me up down there in the comments. And to every single one of y'all that think I'm being paid by Nova Lines, you are 1,000,000,000% wrong. Nova Lines does not pay me. They don't sponsor. They don't shoot me messages, emails, or secretly call me telling me to talk about this or that, or don't talk about this or that. I am disconnected 100% from any influence by Nova Lines. Everything that I say on my platform is from my own personal opinions, and I'm sorry to y'all if I just like this company I'm contracting for and you just can't stand that. Well, I don't know what to tell you, because I really like this company I'm contracting for. They have done nothing wrong to me, and I don't think you'll find a better bunch of folks there in Chicago or all the way over in Moldova either. So let me know what your opinions are down in the comments, and I'll do my best to be able to answer back in a timely manner. All right, professional drivers, y'all keep chasing that excellence out there. You know, the times that we're going through are they're just batshit crazy, aren't they? This economical crisis, and it's only going to get worse from here, y'all. It's only going to get worse from here. That's what I'm predicting. It's only going to get worse. And I think when this inflation tops out, full blown out of control, I think those of us that are left out here picking up the scraps that have been left over will be the ones that really persevere after it's all said and done. And even with all the out of control economical inflation talk, them goddamn four-wheelers, you know, they sure do get crazy at times. All right, old rookie signing off.